Doing the drills and working the wheel where you're grinding at. You know what it be. Playing this here for the keeps. Had to make out with a feast. Got family to feed. Third cold where the trophy should be. EA got me in the game now. Read on with the game now.
Playoff fever has immersed South Florida as we are at Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the Baltimore Ravens and the Miami Dolphins. For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. Taking it about the 1. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins. Yeah, boy, the strength on display there as he rumbles through tacklers for a gain of about 8.
32-yard line.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
Dobbins, the ball carrier.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up.
Tackled at the 40.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Being chased out left. Now he'll pull it down. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs. Able to improvise and get the first.
19 yards. First down, Baltimore.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 41. They'll run. It's Dobbins. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he's got it all the way down to the 12-yard line. A big run there. 29 yards and a first. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown.
Touchdown.
A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Two in, the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's the first carry from Matt Breida. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
A loss of 1.
As a linebacker, you're taught to stay just slightly behind the ball carrier just in case he makes a cutback, but when you find the gap, shoot it, and he found it all right. Took it straight into the backfield and made the tackle for a loss.
And Wilson has it. Now the ball comes loose, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it. Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
They're the former Heisman winner. This is Mark Ingram. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 25-yard line.
On 2nd down, Ingram. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Xavier Howard.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And it's 3rd down.
So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. Now Dobbins, and he had to get this down to the 15. He won't make it. He's a yard or 2 short. It's a pickup of 4, but they're still a yard short here with 4th down, forthcoming.
It's now 4th down.
And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. Jackson from the shotgun. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, I've seen, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
That's the end of the first quarter.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Dolphins, nothing.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. He's got a 1st down past the 30. And finally taken down at the 36-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Breida. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line.
The ball carrier.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
this one up to about the 38. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, so from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Jalen Ferguson in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. On 4th down, Matt Hawk is on to punt. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Shaq Lawson able to get him down behind the line of scrimmage. Loss of a yard.
Get down.
The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. They run. It's Mark Ingram. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Ingram, the ball carrier.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
On 3rd down, Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete.
Jackson.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
A 41-yard punt there with no return, and it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with...
Through an opening, and there he goes. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Matt Breida, 75 yards. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. Man, one play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Bobby McCain on the tackle.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend.
41-yard line.
We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. From the 41, Jackson. That's into the hands of the tight end, Boyle. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. First catch for him in these playoffs. He was held without one last week, but he's got a first down on that effort. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
He's going to that's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
At the 16-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run here with Dobbins. A tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. They only got 2, but that was enough, as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Justin Tucker now for the Raven field goal try. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And the Ravens strike first at 3-0. Now the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate, in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Now, we're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
28-yard line.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They run with Breida. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And this a 39-yard attempt. Sanders' kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup, as we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
At the 34-yard line.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Tua going to hand this one to Breida. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there.
Ball carrier.
Malik Harrison on the tackle.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
He was looking for his tight end, Mike Gesicki, and it's 3rd down.
3rd down and 8 yards to go.
Here's Breida. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football, caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Still 9 yards to go on 2nd down from the 27. Running out of the gun here, Breida. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards there and a first down. He had a really solid first half running the football and picking up where he left off here in the 3rd quarter.
How about the yardage he's piling up right now? This feels like a full game, not just the series that we're watching right now. I know people are screaming, where are the adjustments from halftime on the defensive side of the ball? Sometimes they're just not there. Sometimes you just have to find a way to tackle someone.
2 yards on the pickup.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Ravens 14-yard line.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Switch. Hey, check nickel.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full.
And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Dolphins have broken our tie as they take the lead.
An excellent, long, sustained offensive drive. And now they can look across the field and see a defense that looks a little bit beaten down. Right now, as an offensive coordinator, you're thinking to yourself, can I dial up the knockout punch?
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
2nd and 10 here as we sit in the 3rd quarter of this divisional round matchup. Throwing again. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points, but the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Able to pick up a dozen yards there on the scramble, but not enough. 4th down.
Well, it's not going to be a first down, but that's a nice job of picking up yardage on 3rd and long. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you. And in this case, it wasn't enough to pick up the first down.
That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad.
Is that Woody
He would have
Hayes?
kept it on the ground.
They run again with Breida. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Tackle made by Tyus Bowser.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
This is Breida, and he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Dolphins on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now it's Breida. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Matt Breida, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. So they went to the ground game on 3rd, hoping to pick up the first. They also picked up a touchdown.
Offensive linemen so used in this situation to having to pass block. All right, you're looking at what it is, 3rd down. They don't care that it's 3rd and whatever. They figure they're going to throw the ball. And when you call a running play, I think you energize them. I think you juice them up because I haven't met offensive linemen yet that likes to pass block more than they like to run block. And they opened up some nice holes there for him, and he took it to the house.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the 4th quarter, the divisional round. And they need to come up with something as they get this drive started. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The play began back at the 23, and they pick up 23. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Nick Needham picks it off. The 20. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th quarter comeback.
With emphasis.